Hey guys, it's Nesta. We're back with another house tour. Today we're at a groundbreaking 3-story ultra luxury villa set on the iconic Palm Jumeirah. Designed and built by BCI with a timeless and elegant design and views that not many people get to see, this tour is going to be something special. We'll leave the price and the specs in the bottom corners, and of course we want to thank Jordan, the listing agent, for allowing us to showcase this incredible home. Now without further ado, let's begin the tour.
Where do we go?
So we'll begin the tour at the front of the property, but before we start, I want to talk a little bit about this style of home. So this is a typical home that you'd find on the Palm Jumeirah. This is called a garden home. Right next to it is the old version. So this has been fully renovated, and some of you guys have commented that they're usually all identical. What we love to showcase is how each individual owner, along with the developer, puts their own touch on these homes. If you look at that other home, that's the old version before it was been renovated, you can see how it's not being extended. The lines are totally different. So that's why we love to show you each and every one of these homes. Now, if you look at this one, you can see how they've incorporated nature into its design. If you look at the exterior, it's got that smooth white stucco with that greenery and landscaping protruding out of the roof and the terraces above. You'll see that more on the interior. We look at the design of the home itself, how now they've incorporated this arches design, which has this soft touch. First, you have the archway around the door and the archway window on the side. We've not seen this in this style of home, and I really like its unique kind of touch. Now, we also look at the natural materials that they've used, like the wood underneath the cantilevered overhang above the automated garage, and inside the garage is 2 cars, which I can't wait to show you. We'll go in there from the inside so you can see how we access it from there. We also see the natural landscaping in the front, this beautiful olive tree on the side with the side walkway leading down to the back of the property. Now, as we come up, there are these steps leading up in this curved design. As again, I said, these curves have added this soft touch to the home. We usually see these sharp angles in these style of home. Now, this home is a smart home, so you can enter it with a key fob, you can put in the PIN code, or just with your fingerprint. As we step inside, we come into this huge open space with double height ceilings, which feels so grand. But the first thing that you notice is the view in the back onto the sea. And because we're so close, we have that private beach, it feels like this villa is floating on the sea. And as you move forward through the home, it comes out and the view out there is incredible. I can't wait to show you guys a little bit later. But let's have a look in the foyer area itself. First, we've got that chandelier hanging down from those double height ceilings with the viewing balcony above from the first floor. We look around us, there's that archway theme that we saw from the entrance continued. You'll see it on the glass around the entrance door. You'll also see on these indented parts around the entrance wall, which is right next to the mirror, which stretches all the way up to the ceiling, which makes the space feel double in size. Now, you'll also notice the natural materials that they've used, like the stone table on the side entrance and even the ribbed wood cladding, which we'll see throughout the rest of the ground floor. Now also the frames around the doors are made in arches. You'll see them throughout the whole home, and this really gives a kind of softer touch to it, as I said, outside. Now the first door leads into the TV room, and it feels so bright in here with that huge floor to ceiling glass window at the back, bringing the natural light from the front of the property. We've even got a view directly onto that olive tree. In the middle of the room, there's the seating with the coffee table made out of wood in dual levels. And if you look at the walls surrounding us, I love how they've added this depth with the rib detail that's kind of elevated with the recessed lighting in behind, which makes it look like it's floating, adds a bit of depth and texture to the room. You'll even see it on the entrance wall right there. Also, if you look up at the ceiling, how it's been inset, again, giving it a bit of depth. Now the TV wall is custom made out of wood, and it curves all the way out to the edges, which morphs into the shelving on the side. You've got the TV mounted in the center with a travertine countertop stretching across the back. On the side there is also an exit directly to the backyard, so you're getting light from both sides. Now let's step further into the home. From there, you can see what I was talking about with that view in the back. Now, we spoke at the front of the property how these are all garden homes, but there are actually 4 different types of garden homes. This one is called a grand foyer. We've taught a couple of these where these stairs are on the side of the property. And this one has 2 extra floors. You also have an atrium, which, if you remember, has a corridor as you enter with the staircase floating on the side wall on the entry. There's also a rotunda, which you come inside. In the center of the home, there's a huge atrium which stretches out double height with the viewing balconies above, and a Santa Fe. We've only toured one of these. I don't know if you remember that one. But yeah, that's why all these homes have their own different individual touch. Now, from the grand foyer, in the grand foyer garden home, you have entrances into all the different spaces. You've got the staircase leading up, and it leading to the main part where you've got the living and dining area. From here, we're going to go directly opposite to the side into the garage area, which has been seamlessly hidden into this ribbed clad wall. And coming into the garage, I feel like a kid. I mean, Lamborghini was my dream car as a child. I actually drove one the other day. It was the Huracan Evo for another one of our videos, which you'll see maybe soon. But this one is just on another level. This is the LP 704, and the green tint on it, I mean, is just incredible. The other one is a Rolls Royce. This is custom made. It even has the suicide doors. Just check out that interior. Absolutely stunning. I mean, I can imagine myself having this as a day-to-day car, and this will be my weekend car, but we've still got a while to go before we have that. Now, the garage itself has some really nice features. So firstly, you'll see that ribs wood design all along the walls, and at the back, what I love is how they have this mirror which extends it even further, but of course reflects those stunning cars. Even if you notice in the corner, just check that out, Marco, these are functional features. They've got a tap there, so if you're washing up the driveway in front, you can go directly from there. I mean, it's a little feature, but we always find these useful in homes. At the back, the walls are clad in wood with the electrical cupboards hidden behind these push to open doors. And in the corner, there's an exit to an open air space, so you can open it up and let that air flow through. This garage is also fully AC controlled, so it keeps it cool even in those hot summer Dubai days. We come back outside the garage. We're by the staircase again, which I'll talk about as we head up. I mean, just check out that lighting detail as it goes up. Now, on the opposite side, just like it was with the garage, there's a secret door leading into the service quarters, but you can go into there from the kitchen, which we'll do as we finish the ground floor. Now, it's been fit in flush with this ribbed wood design, which curves round into this detail on the side wall. But before we explore that, I'll show you as well, in the foyer area, there's also a lift. So as I said, this is a G+2, which means a ground floor, plus an extra 2 floors. So it's always handy to have it there, especially how it's been nicely fitted into its design with the wooden details in an arch design, and even the exterior isn't in that kind of silver classical material. It goes with the color tones that they've used throughout the rest of the home, like the light tones of the floors and those bits of dark wood. I mean, this is such a beautiful design. Now, on either side, we've got arches. Firstly, we've got the wine showcase piece, which has the wood on the interior on the shelves, backlit onyx in the back with space for your wine, even in different kind of styles so you can display it as you come in. On the opposite side is another archway door leading into the powder room of the home, which is wrapped in travertine. You can see the difference of how the floors have that smooth exterior and this one has that sandblasted exterior with the Swiss cheese holes, I keep calling them. I think it's a really nice design which makes it feel super natural. It is obviously a natural stone. Now this has different kind of details. You see these grays and pinks just to separate this whole area, and what I love is how it's been fully book matched around all the sides. Now on one side you've got the vanity area with this travertine standalone basin with wooden details on the side, mirror above with a little wooden frame. On the opposite is the water closet, obviously with wooden shelving on the side. Now an interesting fact about this home and a lot of the homes that we tour, as I said at the start of the video, they extend these homes an incredible amount. So if you imagine that previously it used to finish here like this, all this part has been extended. So that's how it's added the lift, the powder room, and even this little Zen garden off to the side right here. You can see this is one of the structural pillars which they've wrapped in travertine in a ribbed wood design. It did previously extend out like it did here, but if you follow me around to this side, while I'm still speaking of extensions, the home used to stop just here. So even all this part has been extended. So they've added 2,000 square feet of built up area. So previously it was 6,200, now it's 8,200, which I thought was just mind boggling. But now we're in the main part of the home where we've got the living, dining and kitchen all interconnected. Let's start exploring the living area because there are so many little details I want to talk about. First is the design. Again, they've used those light tones contrasting with the dark tones of the wood, but they've added these spots of green which really go well together. You've got these seating wrapping around with the coffee tables in the center, all in those earthy tones with the chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Now this is all looking onto the TV wall. You'll see the wood in the curved design and ribbed on the other with the TV fit flush into the travertine wall, which seamlessly blends into the countertop underneath. What I also love is how either side you've got these windows looking onto the landscaping of the backyard, again giving those pops of color, those greens that we see throughout the living room. But that's not the best part. The best part is just sitting here and thinking that you're looking out onto the Atlantis the Royal, one of Dubai's iconic landmarks with the sea in the background. It really is the most enticing part. And what you can do is you can open up these huge floor to ceiling glass sliding doors. You can have the indoor spaces connected with the outdoor spaces. And looking from there, it feels like its very own picture frame onto this beachside paradise. Now, as we step outside, it just becomes even more incredible. It feels like I need to take a deep breath just to take it all in. This truly feels like paradise. The vibes are impeccable. We look around us, there's the palm trees and beautiful landscaping. We look at the pool with the sqft tiles, which is probably my favorite tile to use in a pool because it doesn't stand out too much. It has that waterfall edge at the back, and as you look from a bit lower and even from the living areas, it just blends itself perfectly with those blue tones of the sea. Now, features inside the pool which I really love is, like, for example, here you'll see there's this elevated platform, perfect to sit, chill, to take full advantage of those views. In the corner over there, there's a lounge bed which you can sit and enjoy the views onto the home, and not just the Atlantis Royal. We're actually looking onto the Atlantis itself, which I'll show you as we come back round to the other side of the backyard. Now, as we move further into it, there's some seating on the side with another lounge bed just in front of the lounge area on the inside. Down the side of the home, there's so much space. They've utilized this space perfectly. Our first stop is the dining area, which is underneath this pergola. The seating extends out beyond so that once the sun sets over on that side, you can enjoy that view setting in behind the Atlantis in the back. In behind, there's the landscaping, which is continued from the pool area all the way down the side of the home. Now, what's great is you have so much privacy here, even with that unrenovated villa next door. There's no windows on that side, so nobody's looking into this part of the home. Now, at the beginning of the tour, I told you how this is a nature-themed home. They've utilized it on the exterior of the home, where they've introduced this greenery above. If you just pan up for a second, you'll see how it's laying over the top, and there's a small garden which you can see from some of the bedrooms upstairs. Now at the back, this is all connected to the outdoor barbecue area, which is fully equipped. You've got the Beretti barbecue integrated into this island with the sink right here and the fridge below. There's the side walkway leading to the front of the property and the exit from the TV room, which you can see the reflection of the ocean even looking that way, which I thought was a really cool detail. Now let's head back to the other side of the backyard. I want to show you another couple of details along the way, just so you can see it from that perspective. So firstly, underneath the pergola, you've got the wooden details with these spotlights built in, but they've integrated those wooden details on the underside of the terraces which hang over on the front of the home. Now from here, this view again opens up, and now you can see clearly the Atlantis in the back. That is the original iconic landmark of the Palm Jumeirah. This pool, it just looks incredible. I feel like I'm going to fall in, although maybe I even want to fall in. Now at the back of the backyard is another bit of seating with a coffee table in the center. What I love is they've introduced this little olive tree at the front, just like we had at the front of the property, continuing that theme that we've seen throughout. And if you look a little bit more closely as well, all around the garden, they've got these outdoor speakers made by JBL. You'll also see these stairs which lead down to the direct beach access. Now from here we can look at the exterior of the home, how the wood from that pergola has been continued on the underside of the cantilevered overhang above the terraces. You'll even notice the banister in glass on the rooftop above, which we'll explore a little bit later on. You also see the archway design that we've been seeing throughout the home, going around this huge pane of glass, which allows natural light into the home. And from the top part, you'll see that in one of the bedrooms, which is a really cool feature. Now the outdoor lounge area is connected directly with the kitchen and dining area on the inside, and here those color tones and design details are really prominent. That wood that we've seen throughout the rest of the home, you see it now on the ceiling in this beautiful design in different layers with recessed lighting underneath. You'll see those green color tones on the dining chairs which surround the table. Seats 8, they've dressed it beautifully with Hermes china with this beautiful art detail on the back. I mean, this looks something like straight out of Architectural Digest. Now the kitchen, the highlight feature is this beautiful travertine kitchen island. If you look at just the cornering here, the level of attention to detail by BCI is on another level. You can see it throughout all of their homes. Now on one side, you've got the wooden bar chairs at the front, and in the island itself, you've got the Miele appliances integrated into it, just like throughout the rest of the kitchen. First is the induction cooktop with the extraction fan. There's storage underneath with the convection oven below. At the back, there's glass cabinets, just like we have above the back countertop, also made out of travertine, even the backsplash, which adds this great little contrast. Off to the side, there's a glass cabinet with the push to open fridge here, beautifully dressed with Voss bottles, and even mine and Marco's latest fad, which is coconuts. We're addicted to them currently. Every day we seem to be drinking them. Now all around us is storage, and on the side here there's even a wine cooler made by Miele, which is also push to open. Now here, this looks like the entrance to the fridge, but this is a secret door leading into the service area, which has a full service kitchen, a laundry area right next to the service quarters, which comes fully en suite. So as you can see, we're back at the staircase. Now this heads up towards the bedrooms. You'll see that feature that those stairs light up as you go up. And what's really cool, they've timed it perfectly for when you go downstairs. Every step that I took, it just kept lighting that one up as I went along. Now at the bottom, there's this small Zen garden, which adds those touches of green with this wood surrounding us. You'll see travertine on the underside of the staircase, with the banister being made out of this micro concrete exterior. Now at the top of the stairs is the landing area where we have access to all the different bedrooms. We also see now that viewing balcony looking down onto the entrance foyer, and we see more up close that chandelier hanging from the ceiling and how high those ceilings actually are. Now, follow me now. We're going to head into the first guest bedroom. So up here, there's a transition now onto wooden floors, which adds this really cozy touch. Now, I've spoken about extensions downstairs, upstairs, there's even more. So if you imagine, this is where the room used to end. So all this is added on, even the ensuite bathroom at the back. And the terrace from here also got extended to add even more space on the interior. While I'm back here, we'll talk about the terrace. So you're looking onto the natural greenery that we saw from the front of the property, which adds this extra bit of privacy, but it also adds this kind of natural touch to the room. Now at the back of the room is the bed setup. Beautiful bed frame made out of textured fabric, which continues on this felt back wall, elevated from the wood-clad wall with recessed lighting in behind, making it look like it's floating. We've got side tables either side, light fixtures hanging from the ceiling, which has been indented so it adds that extra depth and level of sophistication. We've got a small seat in the corner with those green designs like we see on the pillows on the bed next to the TV setup, which is custom made fully out of travertine. You'll see the rib details adding different textures, and that TV fit flush into it with the countertop running across the bottom of it. In the corner, there's a small vanity area, mirror above with recessed lighting in behind, leading directly into the walk-in closet, which has ribbed glass on the exterior. You open it up, wooden shelving, recessed lighting turns on to illuminate all your stuff, leading directly into the ensuite bathroom. Now there's so much space in here. As I said, this is all part of the extension. We come inside, there's the floating vanity, rib wood texture on the exterior, which you have the drawers integrated into it, and the travertine countertops seamlessly flowing into the travertine we have wrapping all the walls. We got shelving on the side, and at the back is the walk-in shower, which is enclosed in glass, wrapped in travertine, custom shampoo niche on the side with Jessie sanitary. Even the rain head above is made by Jessie, protruding out of the ceiling. Now we go back out to the landing. We'll explore both bedrooms now, which are facing the front of the property. As I said, downstairs, the elevator part was extended, so even this bedroom is an extra extension to the home. We walk into the bedroom itself. On the entry, there's the ensuite bathroom. Cabinets on the entry also wrapped in travertine. I love this standalone basin made out of travertine also, but they've put it in these panels and fully book matched it, which is a really difficult technique to do, especially custom made like this. Jessie sanitary coming out of it with a huge mirror above and cabinets off to the side. At the back is the water closet and walk-in shower. There's a small step into it, so it's a little bit indented just there so that the water doesn't spill out into the rest of the bathroom. Custom shampoo niche with this window here looking onto the view in the back. It's such an awesome spot to take a shower from, although not the best one in the home. I'll show you that in another one of these bedrooms. But what that window also does is that it really illuminates that travertine, so you can see those kind of depth of those holes and that natural kind of look from it. Now let's go back outside. I want to show you a feature of the bathroom on the exterior. So just on this touchpad here, like this whole home is a smart home, you pick bathroom and you can actually press smart glass. So that glass there, it can be frosted up and give you that extra bit of privacy, which I thought was a really nice touch. Now we come into the bedroom. I love this design, the archways that we've been seeing throughout the home, but now you just see the top of it. Feels like kind of a New York kind of penthouse, what I imagine anyway. But otherwise, we're looking onto the front of the property, the olive tree in the back, which is great because you've got the bed perfectly placed above it, the custom made wall with textured fabric, which has been raised from the wood clad behind, recessed lighting in behind, and wooden side tables. Of course, that indented ceiling in most of the rooms. Now, right in the corner, there's also storage, which has a ribbed design on the exterior. All has that clean look with the handles right here. You open it up, that recessed lighting turns on. You got shelving in the other one. Now follow me back outside just so you can get your orientation straight. We're coming back out to the landing. We've got the lift area right here with a small little garden, which you'll see from another place from the top floor of this home. Now we're coming up to one of my favorite spaces in the home. We've seen this style of home before where they used to have a bedroom in those. I love that it has its very own gym, and me and Marco always dream about having one of these in our home. Now on the exterior there are these tinted glass sliding doors, so you can actually close this space off. If you get sweaty and stinky, it doesn't go into the rest of the house. But as we come in here, you can already feel those softer floors which are made expressly for gyms. We look around us, there's also those wooden touches we've seen. I love these louvers above, how they go all the way across, and they've incorporated the lighting track pads in between, so they're seamlessly kind of hidden in. At the back, a huge mirror extending this space even further, even if you can see Marco in the back filming right there. The gym equipment on the shelving off to the side, and an interactive feature. So this is a touchpad. You connect it to your phone. It's kind of like Fitness Plus, but it does the workout with you in this open space. I mean, it's not connected to my phone right now. I'd love to show you, but even you can move it around to any corner of the room that you want. And if you go on the inside like this, sorry, you've actually got shelving as well, so you can place your protein shakes and smoothies and chocolate bars if you're trying to cheat as well. Now this room also can be changed into a bedroom. It comes fully en suite. Step inside, we've got the travertine throughout on the floors. You'll see the filled and polished travertine on the walls. There's the sandblasted travertine. Now on one side there's the water closet and walk-in shower enclosed in glass. Of course, Jessie sanitary custom shampoo niche with the floating vanity off to the side. Ribbed wooden details underneath, and the mirror above extending the space even further. Now let's head to the end of the corridor where we have the final two bedrooms of the first floor. Of course, we have the primary right on the top floor. Here we also have some storage on the side. There's wood and travertine details on the countertops. Now, this is the junior suite, so we'll explore this one first. These both face the front of the property, and as the sun is setting, really brings light into this room. But before we explore the bedroom, let's head into the walk-in closet and ensuite bathroom. So the walk-in closet has cabinets wrapping around, ribbed glass on the exterior. You open it up, that recessed lighting turns on, and lined with wood on the interior. Even got shelving details right here, and you see that recessed lighting which illuminates all your items. But I want you to step with me into the ensuite bathroom and just take a moment to appreciate that view. As I said in the other bathroom, this is not the best view from the walk-in shower. It's this one, and you literally feel like you're floating above the beach and the sea in the background. And that view is also framed by that window, which is in an arched design. I mean, wow, this is just on another level. If only I could take just one shower in this, I would be satisfied for the rest of my life, I think. Just wow. But in here, you've got the Jessie sanitary in the brushed bronze kind of design. You'll see that brushed bronze on the exterior on the handles with a custom shampoo niche. Now just outside is the floating vanity with the custom inbuilt sink on the interior, ribbed design on the travertine and the mirror above. And if you look at it from a certain angle, you can actually see that view through the mirror. Now back in the bedroom, we've got the office setup as you come in. And this is actually a really cool spot. When people were working downstairs, the camera guy was taking pictures. I actually took the laptop up here and was doing a bit of work. And it feels super comfortable to work from here. Especially, I mean, I was calling some friends up on a video call and they could see the view in the background. They were like, oh my God, where are you right now? I was like, yep, pretty much this is my day job. I actually love it. But yeah, this is now incorporated the travertine and wood on the back, how it seamlessly transitions into these shelves. This is all custom built. Amazing work. You got the bed set up at the back, textiled headboard combined with the wooden details, which is elevated from the wall. Hanging light fixtures either side, which have incorporated travertine with wood on the side tables. You also have a small Juliet balcony here on the side, so you can open up, air it out, and just appreciate that view even more. Now on this side, we've got shelving in wooden design with the custom TV setup and the TV fit flush into it. But let's head across the hall into the junior suite, where we land directly in the walk-in closet. Now in the center, there's an island with drawers underneath that pull out, glass on the top so you can see into them. Around us, we've got all the cabinets. There's a combination of textile and glass on the exterior, of course, lined with wood on the inside with recessed lighting that turns on as you open it up. It all follows around here with a mirror at the back, but what you also have is a window which allows natural light in. But if you remember from the backyard, we saw the natural landscaping integrated into the home. You're looking directly onto it, but it's not your only view of it. If we head now into the ensuite bathroom, you can see right next to it, there's a small little vanity area with a mirror above. But we walk in here, and at the back is this huge window looking onto that natural landscaping. And what it does, firstly, it gives you that extra privacy, although this is frosted glass also, so you can actually close it off fully. In here, we've got a standalone bathtub at the back, a tap coming out of the ground with a custom shampoo niche, and on the opposite side is the custom vanity which stretches across the back. You've got the sink mounted atop of the travertine countertop. You'll notice the difference of that sandblasted travertine and the smooth, filled and polished with the mirror above. And just check out this stunning light fixture. Such a beautiful design. Now this morphs into the cabinets at the back with shelving beautifully dressed, with two separate entrances into the walk-in shower on one side, which is enclosed in glass, also wrapped in travertine, custom shampoo niche and the Jessie sanitary with the water closet on the other. Now going back across the walk-in closet, we come into the bedroom area itself, and just wow, that view is incredible. It feels like the Atlantis, the roll, is right in front of our faces. I don't think I've seen a view of it this clearly from a bedroom before. Just incredible. We'll go out there in a second. Let's explore the bedroom area first. So first, as you can see, we've got the wooden floors transitioning from the walk-in area, giving it that cozier touch. You've got lampshades and sculptures off to the side, giving it that artistic design feature with the bed setup at the back. Custom made headboard above, combination of those wood panels and textured details in behind with these aluminium finishes in between. At the back, there's another two windows, so this room feels super bright. But if you're laying from here, you can actually get a glimpse of the Atlantis roll even from your bed. But let me open these floor-to-ceiling glass sliding doors so we can just take a quick peek, although I'll talk about the exterior once we finish the primary bedroom on the rooftop, because there the views are just incredible. We'll open it up just so you can see what it looks like. We step outside and we get that first little bird's eye view of the backyard with that sukabumi tiles in the pool, in those curves. I mean, it truly is stunning, but of course, that view, and as the sun is setting right now, it's getting even more amazing. I can't wait to show it to you from the primary bedroom. Now let's head back across the landing. We're going to take the elevator this time upstairs, just so I can show you the inside. Again, on the exterior, there's the brass doors with that brushed brass finish and the wood frame around it. Now on the interior, they've spared no expense as well. So you've got the textured lining right here, you've got the mirror at the back, and the wooden floors in a herringbone design. But now I'll see you guys upstairs. So on the top floor, the third floor of the home, there's another landing. And as we step out of the elevator, there's a window looking onto the landscaping on the side with a glimpse of the view in the back. You also have this little glass banister which looks down onto the landscaping right next to the elevator, what I showed you when we first got to the first floor landing. Now from up here, you also have your very own terrace facing the front of the property, and it is absolutely huge. There's so much space out here. Now it's not fully furnished, so you can imagine what you'd want to do with it. Marco, he said he'd have a yoga deck out here, especially with the sunrise coming from that side. Now from this terrace, you get to see some of Dubai's most iconic landmarks. So you've got the Burj Al Arab and Burj Khalifa in the back. It's a little bit of a hazy day today, so you can't really see it, but you've got the skyline in the back from Marina and the Ain Dubai. Now, also what I love out here is that there's so much landscaping, so it even gives you that extra bit of privacy, and it keeps with that nature theme that we've been seeing throughout the home. From that angle, I think you can see a glimpse of that skyline in the back. Now, if we go back across the landing and we go by the staircase with probably my favorite feature, it's those steps that light up as you go down. You can see how quick it goes. It feels like a challenge just to try and be able to follow them. A bit of extra exercise. Now we're right in front of the primary bedroom, so let's head in and explore it. We come straight into the walk-in closet and ensuite bathroom, which is seemingly interconnected. There's just a divider wall in between. Now, on one side of the divider wall, there's a travertine vanity setup with the huge circular mirror above. And on the other, there's wooden shelving lining that wall. I love that combo of travertine and wood. They always seem to go so well together. You'll see that connection with this wood on the roof. That design on the ceiling really sets itself apart in those cubed with extra bits of lighting hidden into those squares. Now, the vanity setup has dual sinks made out of travertine sat atop of the countertop with wooden drawers underneath. Again, that perfect combination, and the archway mirror, our final archway theme of the home with the recessed lighting in behind, feels like it's floating. Now, either side there's two entries with frosted glass doors on the exterior. One side is the water closet, but you've got to follow me inside of the walk-in shower, because I mean, I'm sure I've seen apartments in New York which are kind of this big. First, my favorite feature, which is the bench on the side, seamlessly transitions into the shampoo on the side. We also have the rain head above, absolutely huge, fit flush into that ceiling. Again, this is all Jessie sanitary throughout the whole home. You can see those details on the handles, the quality of them. Now, coming back out of the ensuite bathroom, we go into the main walk-in area. So in the center, there's this island with drawers underneath that pull out. You've got glass on the top, so you can see into the drawers what you actually have. Surrounding us, cabinets with a combination of tinted glass doors, which if you open up, that recessed lighting turns on. So much space inside, lined with wood, and the textured fabric also on the exterior. You also have cabinets lining the walls with a standalone bathtub at the back. This is such a unique feature, perched on top of this travertine platform which has recessed lighting underneath. Now, I know why they've done this, just to take full advantage of that view. As we look in the back, just imagine soaking in that tub, looking onto the view, which we're going to explore once we head outside. Surrounding this part, you also have the sandblasted travertine with custom built shampoo niches in between, and the Jessie tap coming out of the ground. So as I said, this does go full circle. So from here we go straight into the bedroom area. Now, there's so much light in here, especially with those floor to ceiling glass windows at the back. You've got the bed setup off to the side, a combination now of wood and felt with the bed underneath, side tables either side, and those beautiful light fixtures hanging from the ceiling, which actually are made out of travertine. In front, there's a small seating area with a coffee table, perfectly placed to enjoy those sunset views at the end of the day, looking onto the TV mounted on this travertine custom wall. But the best feature out here is the view. So magically, we're going to wait a little bit for that sun to go down, and I'm going to take you outside. And again, this is another one of those wow, wow, wow moments. We come outside, it fully opens up. You can see in the background, the sun is just about to set. The lights are starting to twinkle on the Atlantis and the Atlantis Royal. I mean, this is such an awesome spot to end the day, especially as out here you've got loungers and seating, and in the back there's even a hot tub to enjoy in those kind of winter months in January and February. We were just talking about it a little bit earlier, me and Marco. But I mean, this has been such an incredible home and house tour. We've enjoyed it so much touring it with you guys, especially experiencing these kind of moments. I mean, yeah, truly does take your breath away. And unfortunately, that does bring us to the end of our video. We hope you guys enjoyed the tour as much as we enjoyed touring it for you. If you did, make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell icon so you know when the latest video has been released. And of course, a final massive thank you to Jord for allowing us to showcase this incredible home. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next tour.
Where do we go? Where do we go? When the sunshine meets the night, chasing a ghost between the lines, stuck between the smoke and vice. Where do we go? When the sunshine meets the night, chasing a ghost between the lines, stuck between the smoke and vice. Where do we go? When the sunshine meets the night, chasing a ghost between the lines, stuck between the smoke and vice.